So all of these right here, these are called the product to sum formulas, right? They should be in the toolkit. We do not need to be responsible for memorizing these. All we need to do is be responsible for knowing how to use them. And the reason they're called product to sum is because they take a product of two angles, sine and cosine, or some combination of that, and they rewrite it as a product or as a sum and or difference, sorry. So all we gotta do is follow really what it says. So that's, we don't have to worry about deriving these or memorizing them, we just have to be able to use them, okay? So let's go ahead and do an example where we actually use them. For this, I'm gonna say express as a sum or difference, sum and or difference. So we'll do two of these, we can get these done. So let's do sine 8x times the sine of 3x. All right, so if we examine this, right, this is going to be sine something times sine something. So which form does it take? Equation 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which form does it take? It's yeah, we're going to use this one right here, right? Because we have sine of something and then times sine of a different something. So in this case, let's identify this is the alpha part, this is the beta part.
Is that an 8?
Yeah, 8x. My 8s are funny. Like sum or difference? Yeah. So we're going to express as a sum or difference. Right now we have a product, right? This right here is a product. And we want to express it as a sum or a difference. So we're literally going to plug in. We're going to do our 1/2. We're going to do our cosine of 8x minus 3x minus cosine of 8x plus 3x. Okay, where did I get that from? Yeah, toolkit, right? That's exactly what it says right up here. We're going to do 1/2 cosine alpha minus beta minus cosine alpha plus beta. So, coming back down, I got a 1/2. I'm going to have a cosine of 8 minus 3, 5x, good. Minus, let's see here, cosine 8 plus 3. 11x. And we're done. Let's check it out. That's our difference. Yes. So we have sine 4x times cosine x. So identify, here's my alpha, here's my beta. I have a sine times a cosine, right? This right here is a product. Because I'm multiplying two things together, I want to represent it as a sum or difference. So, according to our toolkit here, which one are we going to use? Yeah, sine, cosine. So was that 1, 2, 3, or 4? Yeah, we're going to use number 3, right? We're going to use that one. Okay, awesome. So that's going to become a 1/2 sine of 4x plus x plus sine 4x minus x. 1/2. I get what is that? Sine of 4x and x. How much is that? 5x. Yeah, good. I'm cool with it. Okay, plus sine of what's 4x? Take away an x. 3x, and we are done. We have now expressed it as a product. All right, so in your table groups, you try these on your own here. Work both of these out. Discuss your answers within whoever you're working with, and then we'll move on. Did you guys come up with these for each of these for A and B? Yeah? Anyone you guys had some success with this today? Yeah? Everybody's on board? Everyone's nodding? Everyone's giving me the go-ahead? Ethan, you good? Albertson, you good? Yeah, you good. Alan, you good? All right, sweet. Nice job, guys. Okay, so these should definitely be in your toolkit, right? These are a little bit more complicated to see. Make sure you have them written down correctly. I wanted to point out a few things. I wanted to point out this addition sign matches, these subtraction sign matches, this addition sign matches there. And I wanted to point out that in the very last one, you have that -2 out in front. That's the only one that starts with a -2 out in front. So these are called the sum to product formulas. We're taking a sum, going to a product. You don't have to have them memorized, just like the last ones. We just have to know how to use them, when to use them, and when to simplify them. So everyone have these down in their toolkit, ready to go? Okay, awesome. All right, directions here. Express as a product. So we have a sum. We have sine 9x plus the sine of 5x, and we want to express this as a product. All right, so which form we're going to use? Which one are we going to use?
Wait, can you go down and...
Yeah, I will. Which one, guys? We have the sine of 9x plus the sine of 5x. The first one, second one, third one? First one. Very good. Okay. So this part right here, this represents our alpha. This part right here, this represents our beta. So that's going to be 2 times the sine of 9x plus 5x, all divided by 2, times the cosine of 9x minus 5x, all divided by 2. So simplify, I get 2 times the sine of, let's see here, 9x and 5x is 14x, right? Okay. And then cosine 9x minus 5x is cosine of 4x, all divided by 2. Simplifying one more step, I get 2 sine 14x divided by 2 is 7x times the cosine 4x divided by 2 is 2x. So we have taken a sum and we have expressed it as a product. And that is all we need to do. All right, cosine 4x minus cosine 3x. Let's see here. I have a difference. I'm going to express it as a product. So right here, I got my difference. All right, this is going to be, we got negative 2 sine of, we're going to do 4x plus 3x, all divided by 2, times a sine of 4x minus a 3x, all divided by 2. And again, that just comes straight out the difference to product formula, right? All right, that gives me negative 2 times the sine. That's 7x over 2?
Yeah.
There we go. Times the sine of x over 2. And that's as far as I can go. So I've expressed that as a product now. So I've gone from a difference to a product. All right, so look at this. How scary does this thing look?
Terrifying.
Looks super scary, right? We're going to have all the power in the world to just blow this thing out of the water. No problem. Cosine 3x minus cosine 5x over sine 3x plus sine 5x equals tan x. Okay, guys. Which side do you want to start on? I say the left as well, right? There's more stuff to work with. All right, so I had the cosine of something minus cosine of something else. So that is going to become, based on my formulas, negative 2 times the sine of 3x plus 5x over 2 times the sine of 3x minus 5x over 2, all divided by 2 times the sine of 3x plus 5x over 2 times the cosine of 3x minus 5x over 2. All right, so all we did there is apply the proper product formula for the individual denominator and the numerator. Does that make sense? So this top piece, this piece became all of this, and the bottom piece, this piece became all of that. Does that make sense? Easy enough? Okay.
Is it even like possible to start from?
So let's simplify what we have here. I have a negative 2. Then I'm going to have the sine of, let's see here, 3 and 5 is 8x. 8x divided by 2 is 4x. Okay, good. And then I'm going to have the sine of, let's see here, 3x minus 5x, negative 2x divided by 2, negative x, right? So I want you to realize that these go together, right? So I'll put a little parentheses around it to show you. All the bottom I have 2 times the sine of, let's see here, well, this is also a 4x, right? And then I have a cosine of a negative x once we simplify that. Because 3 minus 5 is our negative 2, divided by 2, negative x.
Can you split this?
Well, this is all being multiplied on the top, and this is all being multiplied on the bottom.
Cancel out. Right?
So we can cancel out, but there's some stuff that we want to do, okay? And it's especially, I want to direct your attention to this term and to this term. Do we know something about even and odd identities? Yes, we do, right? We know something about even and odd identities. What do we know? Very good. We know this. We know that the sine of negative theta is equal to negative sine theta. This is a little side note, right? And we know that the cosine of negative theta is equal to what? No. Yeah, positive cosine theta, right? So these are our even odd identities. And those should be on the toolkit, like on the very front page, okay? So that being the case, check this out. Then I'm gonna go up here. This negative sign can pop out, and this negative sign together make what? Positive. Very good. You guys see it. So then I'm gonna work down. So I'm gonna have 2 times the sine of 4x times the sine of x. Very good. In my denominator, go back to pink for a second. Right here, the cosine of negative x is gonna become what? Positive cosine x because of the even odd identities. So that's just going to give me 2 sine 4x cosine x. Anybody see anything fun and exciting happening here? Yeah, because we are multiplying everything on the numerator and because we are multiplying everything on the denominator, we have earned the right to cancel. So this becomes a 1, right? This whole piece and that whole piece becomes a 1. And oh my gosh, look what you're left with. Sine x over cosine x. Which is just what? Very good.
Wait. Sorry, where did that one?
Okay, sit down. Try this one. I know you can do it. Yeah. Yeah.
The best policy.
Mr. Girio, I found the homework page on this. I put it like in a, I don't know, in a different binder by accident.
So it goes with this that you turn it in?
Yeah.
Right here, this is the last column.
Oh, I have this way now.
Oh, 49. Oh, 49. Did you get it work out?
Yep.
Yeah? Whoa. Yeah, please don't do that. Yeah, please don't do that.
Okay. Gotta move it out.
Yeah, let me see.
That.
Nice. Nice. Oh, sugar snap.
Cheers.
Can I erase?
His last name?